Hey friend, happy Monday. We are getting into Money Mondays here yet again at the Business of Apparel. And we are going to be wrapping up our little mini series that we were doing for the last few weeks on business planning. If you haven't set up a business plan for your company or for your brand, I really recommend that you reconsider and build one. When I was starting my company, even though I felt like it wasn't going to be like when I started my company, I didn't think it was going to be a company. Let's just say that. I thought I was going to be a freelancer doing side hustle gigs for people. And it quickly evolved because I wanted it to be something bigger. I wanted it to be something that would support my family in a way that was far beyond what I could just do in the freelancing world. And I had enough clients on the books that I needed help. So I needed to start hiring people, which kind of led me to building a consulting agency as opposed to just being like a solo freelancer. And it's really interesting because when I first started, even as just thinking about freelancing, I sat down and wrote out a full business plan of like, what is this going to look like? What are my monthly income goals? What are my marketing goals? Like, how am I going to let people know that I'm out here doing this? What were my competitors like? Who were the other people who I knew were out there consulting and freelancing in the exact same space that I was? Did I know them personally? Did I need to get to know them personally? Did I view them as competitors? Did I view them as collaborators? All of that went into my business plan, and I wasn't even building what I thought at the time was a company. So if you are building a company and you know it's going to be a company and you're going to be selling products, if you're an apparel brand owner, that is you 100%. I'm looking right at you. And so I want you to reconsider, and I really want you to put all of this stuff down on paper. Now, we've built a little training course. It's only $99. It comes with a business planning template and it comes with the financial sheets that I've been talking about for the last few weeks. So you get a startup expenses worksheet, you get a cash flow worksheet, you get a P&L worksheet, which is what we're going to talk through today. P&L stands for profit and loss. And so you are going to get all those worksheets. Plus, we are gifting you our budgeting pie charts and our 10-year business plan example of what we think you should be putting in for the numbers of your 10-year business plan, like literally verbatim. Like we're going to break it down for you spent percentage-wise. We're breaking it down for you by the dollar, like $12,343. Like that's to the level of what I'm giving you this business plan for. That is all included inside the $99 business planning course. If you're interested in taking it and actually getting your business plan done for something that is specific to the apparel industry. So this business planning template isn't just something that I pulled off the internet. Like I zhuzhed it and reworked it so that it was specific for an apparel business. I want you to go ahead and head over to thebusinessofapparel.com/shop, and you will find that course in there. Now, what we're going to talk about today is your profit and loss statement. And this is something that if you're working with a bookkeeper, if you're working with a tax person, a CPA, an accountant, you name it, they are probably going to be bringing up a P&L statement to you. And there's a really funny story in Nicole Lapin's book, Rich Bitch, where she was talking about how she didn't know when she was first starting her career talking about money and finances on TV, what a P&L was. And if you've never read Nicole Lapin's books, you should, because she's amazing. And I am totally a fangirl. And I think that kind of opened my eyes. The first time I listened to that book was like, oh, I don't know what a P&L is either. I hadn't been introduced to that in the corporate side of things because I was never on the accounting side. I might have been line planning and I might have been budgeting at the like line plan level, but I wasn't worrying necessarily about the company's bottom line revenue or worrying about the company's actual accounting stuff. And so a P&L was new to me too. So let's really quick talk about what is a profit and loss statement or worksheet, which we're going to be gifting you again inside the business planning course. So profit and loss, it's as simple as it sounds, to be honest. What are the profits that you're bringing in every single month? So what are people paying you? What amount of inventory are you selling in your Shopify store? What money is coming in? Those are your profits. You basically want to track that in gross revenue. So on my profit and loss statement for Unmarked Street in the business of apparel, we have several lines of income down at the bottom of our spreadsheet. It includes all of our different clients, what they pay every single month for us to come in and do the work for them inside their brand through Unmarked Street, which is our consulting agency. It also includes a line for what are people paying in the way of monthly subscriptions to the Business of Apparel board, like what are people paying by month? What are people paying if they're buying into the annual memberships? And so those numbers then go in on a separate line. So now I'm tracking what all my clients are paying, what the courses, what the memberships, what those are all bringing in every single month. So that adds up to a total that then says, okay, here's my profit, my gross profit for the month. And then you're going to add up everything that you're spending. And those are technically your losses. Now, these are also deductions. They're not necessarily losses. When you're looking at business expenses in the way of like, I got to pay my Shopify subscription fee. I got to pay for my podcast producer. Hey, Jeremy. I got to pay for, business insurance. I have to pay a team member to come in and help me with marketing. I'm paying for ads. I'm paying for food at this meeting that I had to take with a client. I paid for what else? Travel, shipping fees. I paid to send some boxes via FedEx this month. All of that stuff goes into a list in your loss section. So now you're adding up how much you spent every month. And that's going to help you understand, what did I make versus what did I spend? And what was the net profit? So what I made versus what I spent is the net profit. Now, the goal here is to always be in the black, which means that you are making more than you are spending. This is how life should be run. This is how business should be run. And the reality is that it's always not the truth. You're not always in the black. My business has not always been in the black. Actually, it's very rarely been in the black. We're starting to see it finally this year in 2025. We're seeing some really, really good months. We're finally starting to put our company in the black, but I have been spending quite a bit of money trying to get this company to a place where I'm happy about what we're doing in the way of client work, happy with the way of members that we're bringing in, that we're actually helping start their brands. It is so, so exciting. And so to get to that point, I've had to spend a little bit more every month than I'm making on advertising, on team to help me get there, on marketing experts so that I get the advice that I need, on coaching. I still spend a lot of money on coaching myself because I know how important it is. I'm not out here preaching to you that you need to buy courses and you need to have a coach and you need to be part of a community without also doing that myself. I'm spending a lot of money every month, way more than we're charging for our programs, to have my own coaches. And so as I'm adding all of that up, I tend to find over the last few years, I'm actually in the red quite a bit. And where like every month that little bit just kind of adds up. And it's been really hard to turn a profit at the end of every single year. Now I'm less than four years into my business. From what I understand, this is fairly normal. So if you are also in the first couple years of your business and you haven't quite seen like a big profit yet, you feel like you're spending more than you're making, it is all going to accumulate and eventually get there. I can tell you I'm proof of it because we're finally hitting that stride here in 2025. Even though the profits every month aren't big, they are now profits every single month. And this P&L is what has helped me get to that point because I can see exactly what it is that I'm spending every month. Where can I judge those numbers? Where can I take a subscription out here? Where can I maybe reduce someone's hours a little bit there? Where can I find savings in my spending? And then what kind of sales in the way of profit, like in gross revenue, where do I need to up my sales game? Where do I need to start making a little bit more money? Do I need to go find a couple new clients? Do I need to figure out how to get a few more people into the board membership? And so this is kind of how you want to balance out your P&L spreadsheet. And eventually over time, what you're also going to find is that those expenditures are going to be able to go to your tax person as deductions. So if you do make a profit at the end of the year, your actual profit is not as big as like that gross number, right? Like let's say you made $100,000 this year in gross revenue, but you spent $95,000 on all the different things that you needed to buy. Well, now, according to the government, because of all those deductions, you really only made $5,000 this year as a business. And that is really favorable for you on taxes usually because you're not claiming all of this big profit. Now, taxes is something that we can go to at a different time. You know, I've also been in different money mindset programs. Amanda Francis is someone who I really follow. And she definitely says that like, I'm grateful to pay my taxes, because it means that I've made a really huge profit this year. So if I owe a lot in taxes, it means that I made a lot of money. And it means that I paid for the police officers in my neighborhood. It means that I paid for the firemen. It means that I paid for people to be repairing the streets. It means that I paid for someone to deliver my mail to me. It means that I paid for, there are so many things that your taxes pay for, that if you can kind of flip that script on taxes to say, hey, I'm really, really actually grateful for paying these taxes because I get a lot back for it. And, we can debate all day whether or not we get what we spend when it comes to our taxes. But I do think that that's a really interesting mindset shift. And so when you're thinking about paying your taxes, like, yes, your accountant and your CPA are probably going to argue that you want to have the biggest profit that you can on your books while deducting so much that to the government, it doesn't actually look like you made that much money. That's the benefit of owning and running a business, having an LLC, being able to claim deductions on all of your business expenses. Those are the benefits of putting your neck out here, becoming an entrepreneur and starting a business. But and so as you work in your P&L, you're going to not just see the profits. You're not just going to see the losses. You're not just going to see your net revenue coming in. You're not just going to see how healthy your business is based on whether you're in the black or you're in the red, but you're also going to start to see what kind of tax deductions you can be getting throughout your year. So again, if you are interested in getting all of these templates, over the last 3 weeks, we've talked about your startup expenses. We've talked about cash flow, which is so, so important. You need to know where your cash flow marks are and your profit and loss statement. I really want you to head over to thebusinessofapparel.com/shop and check out the business planning course, where you're going to get all of this for just $99. I have 26 different videos in there walking you through how to fill out each of the spreadsheets, how to read my 10-year budget business plan example for you, how to fill out your business planning template. If you haven't done this work, $99 to get it done and have someone kind of coaching you through it in a way that is on your own time, easy to digest. Those are the kinds of things that are absolutely 100% worth spending. You get to deduct that $99 at the end of the year. So if you've started your business, if you've set up your LLC, you can put that $99 in as an expense and then deduct it at the end of the year. So now it is a tax write-off and you get your business plan done for 99 bucks. So head over to thebusinessofapparel.com/shop. We would love to actually get to know you more and invite you into the board membership as well. If you are interested, please reach out to us with any questions that you have. Have a wonderful Monday, a wonderful week ahead, and I'll see you next week.